Easy 220, Easy 221. Very simple. Front door opens up just like that. You have your ink tube, and this is your master roll container. Now your ink tube is going to let you know when it's empty. If you can see, there's a flashing red light on here. When you see that, don't panic. All that means is your supplies are getting low. If you don't have any, go ahead and order some, because with ink, it means you only got a couple hundred copies. With masters, it means there's only about 20 left on the roll. When it lights solid, time to replace. But to replace, there's easy guides here that'll show you, but the easiest way to do it is it turns counterclockwise and slides out. This ink tube still has a lot of ink left, but it will use 99.9% of the ink before it's gone. Little cap holder for your old cap. So I take it, put it on the empty tube, throw it in the recycling bin. Get my new tube, take the cap off, put it in there. I match this arrow to this arrow, slide it in, twist it clockwise. My ink's loaded. Now it's ready to go. To get to the master roll, you'll notice there's buttons down here. If they're lit solid green, that means it comes out. If it's not, you can press it. Let me wake it up. You can press the button, and light green. You grab this green handle, give it a little squeeze, and it slides right out. And just like the ink, there's simple instructions right here. But anything green on this machine means go. So this green handle, I'll show you, that lifts right up. And then this green tab pulls right out. Now your new roll is going to come wrapped in plastic, and on one end it's going to say green flange here. But no worries, because it only fits one way. You can't load it backwards. So I take the roll, put it in, close that up, take just enough to slide it under this little green bar right here. And if it's not perfectly straight, it's not a problem, because it'll straighten it automatically. Close that lid down. You'll hear it start to feed it. You slide it in, and now your masters are loaded. And that's all there is to it. All right, so now I'm going to show you where the meters are. And this is universal on the 220, 221. The meters are here, down below the drum. You've got a copy count and a master count. So if you get a call from us, that's where you'll find them. Your serial numbers, depending on the model. The Easy 220 machine, you'll find the serial number plate on the paper exit side. And on the Easy 221, they have located it on the feed side on the inner cover. So it would be right there. And typically we'll need that for service calls. Now we're going to talk about clearing jams. Just like any piece of equipment that moves paper through it, eventually you're going to get a jam. Good thing about the resew is only 3 places it can be. Paper feed area, under the drum, or exit tray. In this case, we've jammed it under the drum, so we can show you how to clear it. Very simple operation. I open my door. If this green light's on, it says okay to pull out. If it wasn't, I press it. This comes right out. I look inside, I see my paper. It's easier to get to from this side. I pull it out, slide my drum back in place, and press reset. It's clear. And now I can finish my print job. Now typically if it does jam, a couple things I will say to check. If it's got a heavy border around the top of the page or around the page, that could cause some jamming issues, so you would want to reduce it down to 94%. If your trays are not in the right position, that could cause it to jam. You want to make sure that you give plenty of room. But clearing jams are very simple on this machine. No heat, so don't have to worry about letting anything cool down. You saw that it warmed up right away the minute I closed the door. Now we're going to show you how to empty the disposal box. Very simple. The machine lets you know when it's full. It'll hold somewhere between probably 30 and 40 depending on how we have it set. But the box sits on the paper feed side. If there's a little lock here, you can actually lock it in place. So if it won't come out, you want to check the lock. Squeeze the handle, slides right out. And again, there's instructions inside, but you don't have to touch these masters. You typically wash it over to a trash can, dump it in, bring it back over the machine, slide it in place, and that's it. It's ready to go. Again, it will let you know when it's full, so it's not like you have to do that every time. And that's pretty much on this side of the machine. So you see the ease of operation of the EZ220, EZ221. People buy these not just for the low cost, but for the fact that you run 130 pages a minute. It's going to work a long time for you. And if you need any more information, give us check our website out at www.mysimplifiedoffice.com or email me, Tim at mysimplifiedoffice.